This is the whole grain emmer, also known as Farro. It's high in protein, low in gluten, and it was used in ancient Egypt. And it's kind of come back into the cool vogue thing of whole grains. This is a tough little grain to cook. It's not like something that you're going to put in some water and simmer and voila, you've got the tender grain. It takes a little nursing. So the first thing that you have to do is soak the grain overnight. Give it a good long soak. 12 hours is good. Steve, would you drain that off?
Sure.
And then you drain the water off of the grain, and the first thing that you do after that is put it in a nice heavy pot and toast it. Is that ready?
Mm-hmm.
And toast it till it's really dry. That's the first thing that you're going to do. Is that ready?
Yeah.
Hey, I need to know when absolutely that we have to be out of here, you know, all sales, everything.
Bottom line, 2 weeks. You got to be out of the door.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay. And then when can we move into the new house?
That's another conversation.
Okay, that we're going to have soon. So this is drying in here. Now I'm going to add the liquids, and the liquids I'm using in this are vegetable stock, although chicken stock is fine, and white wine. And you're going to add about ½ cup of liquid at a time. Let the mixture simmer until it absorbs that liquid. Whoops, just a little of each. And just keep the pot on a low simmer. Now here's the deal. This dish, like a regular risotto, you got to stand there and stir it the whole time. You do not need to stir this the whole time. It needs to stir every so often, every 5 minutes or so. And you need to keep an eye on it so that when the liquid starts getting absorbed, you add a little bit more, give it a little stir, do something else, add a little bit more, give it a stir, do something else, add a little bit more. You do that over and over and over so until you've used up all your liquid and the grain has cooked for at least an hour. Yeah, that's how long. So you want to make sure that do something else that you're in the kitchen for is plenty of do something else, like clean the floor, wax the floor, move out of your kitchen, whatever. Okay? So after all of that liquid has gotten in there and absorbed and it's almost done, and how do you tell when it's done? Well, you take a bite of it and you want to make sure that the inside of the grain isn't chalky anymore. Also, once it's done, some of the grains will start to split. And the other thing is, it is a chewy grain, so don't be afraid of that. It's not hard or starchy, but chewy. So once all of the liquid has gotten in there and it's pretty well absorbed, then you go ahead and saute your mushrooms and herbs that will get folded into the grain. The mushroom I have here is one big portobello mushroom that's been cut into small pieces. Portobello mushrooms can be a little dry, so you may need a little extra butter on that. And by the way, olive oil works fine in this whole dish if you're not doing dairy. So I'm going to put the mushrooms in this skillet with butter. Is there anything better than mushrooms and butter? I don't think so. And fresh herbs. Fresh herbs are really the secret to making this dish taste good. And I have fresh thyme and fresh sage that are chopped up. Really good. And both of those herbs are real easy to grow, even if all you do is have a pot on your back porch. So when the grain has had all the liquid absorbed in there and you've sauteed your mushrooms and herbs and folded them into that cooked grain, it looks like this. Want to try a bite of this?
Yes.
And what's the exact date that we get into the new house?
That's awesome.